Hello everyone, my name is Jean and welcome back to my channel. So today we are talking about the tundra biome. So what exactly is called the tundra? Everything from the north part of the Holarctic realm, which you can see now on the screen presented to you, is called tundra. That means the North America and Eurasian part of the Holarctic is called tundra. So generally speaking, there are no trees in the tundra, but it's not a flat surface. Like we have a little bit like hills and stuff going on. Not much, but a bit. There are a few different kinds of tundras that we will explore video by video. So today we are looking at the first of 3 different tundra types that there are. So today we are looking at the lichen and moss tundra. Leeches are a symbiosis between algae or cyanobacteria that are living amongst fungi, like, let's put it simple here. So this tundra has a lot of lichen and moss, but not only that, they also have a lot of grasses, sedges. Sedges are a part of grasses, like a family of grasses, but like more specific, herbs, and a few dwarf shrubs. So why there are no trees? The frozen ground is preventing the large roots that trees or bigger shrubs would need to suffice there, and they prevent this because the ground is frozen solid, so, or at least it's like frozen underground, so only plants with little roots can grow here. So, what does it mean for us now? I took a few liberties with the plant choices this time, because there are not many, or not really any lichen, a few mosses, a few grasses, but like not all grasses would fit here, I think. So, this is my collection of plants and rocks that we are using. So all of the ones on the left are from the base game. So we have the blackthorn bush. I will shrink this into the ground to make it easier to look like little shrubs or like little grasses. Then we have the diamond leaf willow bush. We use the big blue stem in all kinds of variants, like I think I have 2 of them here. Then the buddleia, with and without the flowers. We use the periwinkle for the lichen, because I thought this kind of is the most thing that looks like the lichen, so I just go with this. We use the golden sand sedge because, like, it's a sedge, and sedges are part of this environment. Although this is not really the right, like, biome that it's in there, it's going in there just for the vibe, for the looks. Then we have the red oatgrass. I will only use the one that is not dry or dead, because I think that fits the theme the most. We have the dwin grass, also not the dry version, and we have the caribou moss, as well as the campion moss and the carpet moss. And then we use the moss rocks and the tundra rocks. And for the 2 plants that are from the DLC, we use the coastal pigface, that is from the Oceania DLC, and we use the Yorkshire foggrass, that is from the conservation DLC. And yeah, I think now I will start to build and I will tell you what I do in a voiceover. So the first thing I did was the terrain work. So I covered everything in dirt, then mixed it up a bit with light dirt and the 2 rock versions. And after that I made a little hill and a little pond for a little water, because I didn't want to make it just a plain area, since the tundra biome is not that plain. And then I started spamming the tundra rocks, and at first I went for a more rocky theme, but in the end I thought it would be better to separate the rocks a little bit, so that there are not that many rocks, and it's not like cluttered with rocks, because it's going to be cluttered with plants, let me tell you that. So, yeah. After I did the rocks, I put the 2 types of mossy stones, like the campion moss and the I don't even know what they are named, but like I told you what they are before, so you know better than me. Yeah, I spammed them everywhere, and be smart, be not like me, put these 2 on a line to surface and put them in a group before you put all of these on the floor. Since what I did, or what I do now, is put them all in a group. That part you can skip because you were smarter than me and already did that once you had 2 of these on the floor. And yeah, I put them a little bit down so that the edges are not that much visible. And then I did the same thing with the mossy stones, like with the flat one. This time I made another group and just aligned to surface and put them everywhere. I thought there would be a little bit a small part of the dirt terrain looking, and then I did the same thing. I sank them into the ground, and now I'm doing the caribou moss, which was a terrible idea to do this early on, but well, that's what I did. So maybe it would be better if you don't start then with the caribou moss, but or reindeer moss. I don't even know. I think caribou moss. But like, yeah, don't start with that. But like, start with everything else that is flat, because the hitbox for this moss is so big, and because I used a little bit of a hill, I couldn't really just put them everywhere. In the end, that's sort of what I did. But it can't be everywhere. You can do that everywhere. So yeah, after I put the caribou moss, I took the golden sedge, and for these I wanted them to stick out of the moss type that is not flowering, so just to give it a little bit more dimension. Of course, here and there I put them somewhere else, so just kind of measure where it needs to be. And then I also took the periwinkle leaves and put them as a little thing that pulls everything together. I put them in between every creek that I saw where you could see the terrain, and I also put them on the rock and the moss stones, the rocky moss stones and the plant moss stones, just so that it didn't look so green. Like, it's vibrant green at the moment, and I wanted to have it more muted, and that's why I put the periwinkle leaves also above the mossy rocks and the moss itself, to cover up how green everything looks. And now we are taking the big blue stem. First I took the drier version and just put it everywhere. Like, this is the first plant that is going to be like the grasses that we have here, so it's the first plant that is a little bit higher, that gives a little bit of dimension to the whole thing. And especially with the not dry version, I went a bit like, not overboard, but I put them a lot in there, just so I will have a bit of height variety in here. After that I put in the blackthorn bush, and I made sure that only a little bit of it sticks out of the ground, so that it's more like little grasses and not like a real bush looking. And yeah, after that I kind of forgot that I hadn't put all of the plants in. I stopped the recording and then I realized, and then I went back to the recording, and yeah, you see me grabbing the sagebrush bush that I forgot to mention earlier. Yeah, this one I also put everywhere that it kind of fits, everywhere I saw a little bit of the original terrain lurking around. I did the same with the red oat grass, and yeah, made sure that it filled all the additional creeks that I kind of wanted to fill again, or even more. Then I used the coastal pigface and the Yorkshire fog grass. The coastal pigface I also used to make the moss stones look a little bit more muted, and the Yorkshire foggrass I used as a way to kind of make it feel more grassy, with putting them a little bit underground so that only the upper parts are shown. And at last I used the Bolea versions, first the one who's not flowering, and put them everywhere as like the herbs, as representative of the herbs, even though it's not herb. And then I put the flowering version, just a few in there to give it a little bit more color, and that's everything I did. I hope you liked this tutorial and it was helpful in any way. I hope we see each other in the next video, and until then, have a nice day. Bye!